Okay, game is over. Navi first pick Wisp. Bye bye.
Oh, we have to cast.
Oh yeah.
Crap. Well, guys, it's game 4 of a best of 5, and IG have done the unthinkable, the unbelievable, the very questionable. They have not banned Wisp. They've given it away with the first pick to Navi. Some call it arrogance. I'll call it confidence for now until I see the results. But Navi needing one game to take this best of 5 and go to the grand finals of the Alienware Cup. Oh boy.
Look, this is
Can they actually find an answer?
This is all a plan, because they beat. If they win this game and they beat Navi's best hero, what does Navi do? They're like, oh crap, we got nothing for game 5. This is the way to win.
Better to figure out how to deal with it now than at the International, I suppose.
I'm saying that now, but I don't believe it. So
yeah, I want to believe it.
Right, I'm sitting here. I wish I'd be playing Puzzles and Dragon now. But,
you were playing Puzzles and Dragons.
I was. But hey,
I'm gonna keep an eye on your phone, Lumi.
I got it.
You're getting addicted.
I'll turn it down.
Vic the Slick is the.
He's poisoned us.
He's a drug dealer of crappy video games, this guy. Like, he shows up, he's like, oh, everyone should play Path of Exile. Next thing you know, everyone's wasting like 10 hours a day. He's come back, he's introduced everyone to Puzzles and Dragons. It's a new addiction. Shout out to Vic the Slick, he's awesome. But, well, they've gone anti-mage Shadow Demon here. So IG, they'll try to beat the Wisp just by out-farming them and split-pushing, it looks.
And hard heroes actually get pickoffs. Again, Shadow Demon very good at protecting anti-mage in lane. Anti-mage very good at getting away. But Navi, I don't think they really picked the Wisp. I mean, sure, it gives you good ganks, but it really gives you as really good sustains during a push. Arcane Boots, double the value, 1.5. Chen, double the heal. And when you see those random pickoffs, you go for the random pickoffs.
That value. Gotta get it. Gotta get it.
Just a ton of values.
Yeah, ton of mana. I'm very curious what the partner for the Wisp will be, if they have one in mind. We've seen LGD International use Vengeful Spirit a lot. Juggernaut used to be a popular choice for the old Infused. But, I mean, obviously, there's still the common partners. The Chaos Knight, the Tiny, or they can just say, screw it, we don't need a Wisp partner. We'll just pick whatever we feel like.
Shadow Fiend's a good partner.
Shadow Friend, perhaps?
Yeah, you just get a Blink Dagger, and there's your Tether Stun. That's like CK-esque.
Yeah, when you're up against anti-mage, that's one of the better ways to deal with them, is just get insane physical burst damage. So maybe even a Templar Assassin for Dendy is something they'll turn to this game. They have not picked up his mid yet, but we'll have to see. We now enter the second stage of the bans, and Navi will immediately ban out a Darkseer.
And Storm Puck is going to be Invictus Gaming's go-to, although I don't think they're going to change the deal unless they're looking for a Puck pick themselves. But I do believe Navi's going to have the first pick outside of the draft phase.
The chat's going nuts now. 2 minutes ago, apparently the broadcast was over. But we are actually casting it, guys. Game 4 now underway. The draft continues. OD, the ban from Navi. We saw IG use that here to great effect. And I think the biggest issue is when you give away the OD, it just really messes up your lanes. Hard to find anyone to lane against him. TA will be the ban. I think it's a wide choice here. One of the better carries to deal with an AM from the minus armor, the physical burst damage. But IG, they'll get the 430 puck, and even though they lost that game where he played the puck, he was magnificent through the first 20 minutes of the game.
Yeah, you just couldn't do much afterwards because of the BKBs available. That's generally one of the weakness of Puck. In this game, he has a very nice hero to pick on, which is going to be on the Wisp. Remember when he was playing against the Nyx Assassin? Like you said, every team fight he was jumping onto the Nyx. And Puck's going to be just that much easier to get a kill on. So another hero that's going to be hard to actually relocate gank against. So I think Invictus Gaming are definitely picking around this hero and trying their best to deal with the hero.
For the time being, Navi, they'll now work on their third pick of the draft. Still no Dendy hero. Probably no Funnick hero, since it has been Kuroki lately playing the Wisp. They have the Puppy Chen, so he won't be handling it. Could always be Funnick on the Wisp, but we just haven't seen it as of late. They'll go for the Dendy Dragon Knight. Bruno, probably. I'm not even looking at him, but he's probably face palming now.
Or
he's growling.
It could be a Havol Swimmerl Dragon Knight. That's what they ran yesterday against LG
It
China.
could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
It's not bad if you get actually relocated in. It's okay.
It's okay. They have a decent pushing lineup. IG a bit lacking on counter push here, but they still have 2 picks to go. I imagine something like a twin-headed dragon, maybe a Keeper of the Light, something to slow down the onslaught from Navi. Because you mentioned Wisp is actually very good at sustaining a push. They also have Chen and Dragon Knight, tanky, lots of burst heal. The best way to stop that push is getting some AoE-based supports. They'll go for an Earthshaker.
Long range.
Long range. Still can be caught by relocate, but very unlikely to get dragon-tailed as long as he's sitting back.
Yeah, also gives Puck a little bit more room to work with early game before he gets his blink. It's very easy to fissure from 1300 range, or being wild at the same time, and then come in with a Waning Rift, and generally they're probably much dead at that point. You can even blink your anti-mage in. What I'm a little bit concerned with is how will they actually stop the push. You say Pug is going to be okay. Earthshaker doesn't really have the mana to sustain, and the cooldown to actually slow down push. So I'm quite worried. Also, Wisp Tether Stun really does well against the long casting animation of Earthshaker.
But remember, Earthshaker's got a fresh pair of Nikes now. He spins quickly.
Well, okay, I guess.
His turn speed did get buffed recently. Still, it's Earthshaker. There's a windup.
Yeah, he is very, very slow. Gyrocopter is going to see his first appearance in this entire series. Navi's been banning out all day, and Invictus Gaming even had a chance to draft it, but since they already gone for the anti-mage being played by Zoe, seems like they're not going to draft it, and Gyrocopter is going to get snapped up. I imagine Havos is going to play this, and that means Dendi is going to play the DK mid.
Yeah, so we'll see a Dendi DK mid against 430's Puck, and 430 was great last time around. This time around, he's going to have a bit of an easier matchup. Dragon Knight can spam his nukes, probably won't die, but going to struggle to keep up the CS. They will go for the Gyrocopter for Havos. Actually, a bit surprised it slipped through, but IG has shown a consistent strategy and theme throughout this event, or throughout this match. This best of 5, every game during the second stage, Navi doesn't pick a Dendi hero in the first 2, and IG starts banning Dendi heroes. Oh, old school combo.
This reminds me of Earthshaker AA back in the days. I'm not sure how do you lane this. Who's farming? Is AA farming here? I think AA is farming here. And I'm not sure whether he's farming for Acceptors or 4-steps.
It's a great counter
Please
push
tell me
here,
he's
though.
an Acceptor.
That ultimate is so good against a
Yes.
Wisp, a Chen. The heals will be useless.
So good against
the
Chen.
Dragon Knight's high base regen negated. If they get an early level 6 on the Ancient Apparition, and he's not getting picked off instantly, you could sit at the fountain and throw your ult. And you're not going to relocate to the fountain if you're Navi. A safer way to stop the pushes. That seems to be the choice for IG. It seems creative, Lumi. It seems like a nice twist for them. Will it work?
I am not sure. It depends on how well the initiation comes off, because if you disrupt while the cold feed is going on, you get the stun, but you miss out on all the damage, which is not what you want it to be. What they want to do is cold feed, fissure, catch up, and then disrupt whoever is trying to come in and assist, soul catcher and things of that nature. Also, don't forget about chilling touch in tri-lane. It is absolutely bonkers in terms of damage output. And now Gyrocopter and the entirety of Navi says, what the hell we're going to do against this hero, because they haven't seen it in quite a bit. They're looking for an off lane. I do believe Bounty Hunter is a good pickup here. All of these are quite squishy. You have a ton of mobility with track. You dance circles around some of these slower heroes. And they don't really have that much change then to deal with.
In the International 2, in the winner bracket semifinals, Game 2 of IG versus Navi, Navi gave away a Darkseer, a Tidehunter, as well as an August Siren. And many people saw that draft and said GG.
Right.
In this game, Navi, IG gives away a Wisp to them, and Bruno and Merlini said GG.
Right.
Will IG match what Navi did at the International 2 and find a solution for a seemingly impossible to stop hero in the hands of a top Western team? Will they find a solution for the Wisp? That's going to be the story of this game.
Again, I don't believe it, but if IG says we give away the Wisp and we beat the Wisp, Navi's going to be in disarray, right? At the very least. We do see Funnick going to get his signature Bounty Hunter. Not surprising there. The lanes work out, the draft works out. And Invictus Gaming looking like they want to go offensive tri-lane against Navi. And looking, they're probably going to safe lane their anti-mage and expect a 1v1 matchup against Bounty Hunter. That is the standard. But let's see what Navi will do against that.
It's Game 4 of a best of 5. This is your Alienware Cup lower bracket finals. It's all a prelude to the International 3, scheduled to kick off in less than a month's time. These teams, the action heating up, they're getting ready for the big dance. But before they do that, they'll have a smaller jig. Chuan on your Earthshaker, 430 the Puck, Zhou the anti-mage that was so spectacular in Game 3. YYF, he'll be playing that farming tri-lane Ancient Apparition. Faith bringing up the rear as a Shadow Demon. Dust already picked up. Remember, if you're just tuning in, Navi lead this best of 5 2-1. This could be the end for IG. They'll have to win 2 in a row, else they will fall short of returning to the grand finals.
IG looking into the jungle here, and they'll peek out Havos, who's going to be playing on the Gyrocopter. You see Chen on the right side, that's going to be handled by Puppy once again. I think that's his third Chen this series. Funnick's going to be handled by Bounty Hunter. Kuroki's going to be playing the Wisp, and last but not least, Dendi going mid on the Dragon Knight. So the lanes are as expected. IG looking to offensive tri-lane. Mid lane's going to be Puck versus the Dragon Knight, and last but not least, Anti-Mage versus Bounty Hunter 1v1. I want to say that IG should be winning all 3 lanes. The tough lane to win is actually the Anti-Mage lane. Both does have a poor man's shield, but I do believe Bounty Hunter has a slightly bit more regen early on.
I think it's actually really important that they gave Funnick a bit extra regen, because early on, Bounty Hunter can trade hits pretty favorably with Anti-Mage.
Unfortunately, he didn't get Janata first. He actually got...
oh, that actually hurts a lot.
Yeah, that does. You generally don't want to skill your first spell unless you know what you're laning against, and because of that, he lost a little bit of value early on those first couple creeps.
They did want him to scout things out in the jungle, so they play it safe. They get the early point Shadow Walk. It doesn't ruin the lane for Funnick, but it's just a slight disadvantage, whereas Zhou, he'll almost certainly take Mana Break at level 1 and start to burn away Funnick's mana. Already missing about 90. It matters because that's how you walk up to get off a Janata hit, and you just burst the AM a bit, try and drive him off the creep wave. Funnick just hiding here for the time being. He's not sure where those supports are. And IG is going to do something rather cute, Lumi. We've seen this before. Fissure blocking the bottom lane, pull the creeps towards the Ancients, and just try and deny experience to Navi.
Wow, I'm not sure whether this is worth their time and effort. I think you could actually stay in the lane and try to zone people out. But instead, you're going to be a SD defending up top and saving up top. It's going to be your dual off lane. Wow, this is something special, something that we haven't seen before. But Puppey already onto it, and let's see if it's going to get any shockwave. KS, that's going to be quite annoying. He misses, and well...
But he's still being a pain in the rear. That's for damn sure. Chuan back in position to pull the lane out. Havost, he got free farming games 1 and 2 on that Alchemist. Incredibly fat, incredibly fast. But this game, well, he'll get less gold, he'll get less experience. There won't be as many creeps to farm, and has no Greevil's Greed. YYF will get the big creep. That's a big deal for him. It'll get him halfway to level 2.
Nice pull.
And Puppey will drag the creeps off. But now the counter pull from YYF. Shenanigans in the Dire Ancients.
Yeah, he lost a little bit of aggro. That was a little bit of an awkward situation. Does gonna steal one creep, but the fissure.
Oh, he's got to send it home.
Satyr
Oh, he wants to goes for the deny. Won't be able to. Only level 1 Puppey is.
Puppey should have microed the Satyr and hit the Shaker and cancel the Clarity at the very least, but it didn't happen.
We're nitpicking here, but he is investing a lot to try and stop the Ancient pulling. This will pull the creep way back to the tower. So IG getting decent experience out of a dual lane in the off lane. Both heroes hitting level 2 early. You compare that to the off lane Bounty Hunter and the Chen. Navi have 2 heroes still at level 1. I gotta say, Lumi, everything looking pretty damn good here for IG. The good news is for Navi, Denny's doing surprisingly well mid. Already 9-0 against a Puck. Considering that Puck is a very hard hero for most melee slaying against, I'd say Dendy's doing a lot better than expected.
Yeah, the bottle is going to come from both sides very soon, and Flame Breath is going to at least equivalate? Make it a little bit
Equalize?
easier. Equalize the lane a little bit.
I don't know how you came up with...
Look, I make up words.
We'll move on.
Yeah.
We'll move on. We'll pretend that never happened.
Yeah. Bot lane looks like the push is happening here for Navi as they're doing a little bit of damage. The Centaur is going to drive away these 2 particular heroes. It's hard for these 2 heroes to defend the tower, and I think Navi has successfully identified that, and they're saying, hey, let's take that T1.
This is really clever from Navi, because if they kill off the tower, then these pulls become much more dangerous. Sure, you can do those pulls, but you can get smoke ganked up the lane. They can come up the river. There's a lot of different angles.
Top lane, though, they see Funnick. Funnick's low. He's so catcher up, and he is going to go down. First blood goes to Anti-Mage.
Oh, no.
The fun stops now.
The fun might end soon, that's for sure. And in comes Denny. He's looking for a stun mid lane. Can't get a range of 430. But I do like this play a lot from Navi. Even though it's only a level 2 Chen, it's normally a bit early to push. If they kill the tower, then it will be hard for IG to get away with these pulls, and they've got to punish it, because it's really costing them. 14-3 on the Gyro, 17-9, and a first blood on Zhou. Havost needs better farm, and stopping these pulls is the first step to make it happen.
Well, Havost is, so far, we're still working on that tower with his Rocket Barrage. Flat Cannon's going to be the build that he's prioritizing. Ring of Basilisk being turned on to help that push, but IG's actually doing okay. This push has taken such a long time that I'm not even sure whether it's worth it. As you see Chuan level 2, as well as YYF level 3.
He's got one more fissure here, but the tower's going to fall. Navi do take a tier 1 bottom at great cost as far as their levels go. Earthshaker 2, Ancient Apparition 3, the Chen still only 2, the Wisp doing decently. Now Navi will back off. They'll start to stack, they'll start to pull, and they may look toward these Ancients again. IG, I think they've still gotten what they wanted out of this, which was just slowing down Puppey and delaying the Wisp level 6 as much as possible. That's the main goal with this strategy, and I think it's been reasonably successful so far.
Yeah, and now Ferrari with this bottle, it's hard to actually continue that push to tier 2 for those of you that are wondering why they're not doing it, because Puck is close to the 6. In fact, yeah, Puck 5.5. If Puck makes that rotation, everybody's dying under the tower thanks to a Dream Close. So Navi successfully gets the tower and backs off. Havos is in a very compromising position because a Fissure as well as a Kofi might be that. There you go, Fissure, Kofi. It's not a perfect block right now, but it does trap him off on one side. He does not eat the Kofi.
He is so screwed. He'll drop a rocket barrage here. Chuan backs off. They're all clustered together. Havost is low, but if they just keep on spamming this poison, it seems there's no way out. YYF comes in. Oh, he might die. Oh, not respecting the rocket barrage. Oh, that was real close, Lumi. They almost lost 3, but they get a Havost kill. They get out safely. It does cost them a Shadow Demon TP, but Zhou with that first blood doesn't really need help. Oh, mid lane, this could be bad. Phoenix rotated in. They get a Dragon Tail.
Invis.
And 430 might go down. No, he popped the Invis in time, like you just pointed out. Very quick reactions there to save 430's life.
Well, now it's true. You know, every single lane being somewhat won. The mid lane is completely a wash, and then he's doing quite well. But Zhou handling the top lane, getting the first blood there. Havos getting killed on the bot lane for exchange of a tier 1 tower. I don't think that favors Navi. And 0-2 in favor of IG. IG finding it in game number 4, despite being down 2-1. They're doing quite all right here.
They're doing okay so far. It's very early. Gold experience don't mean that much right now. The big thing for Navi is get relocate online. Try and get your level 5, your level 6 on Puppey. Farm towards a mech. They still have a very strong mid-game pushing lineup. There's no Ancient Apparition ult yet. YYF is level 4, but not there yet. If they can find a few kills, get the level 6 on Wisp, I don't think Navi are out of it by any means, but they'll have to start taking tower soon and restricting this anti-mage's room to farm, because he is farming really, really well.
Looks like the regen rune is going to get denied by the illusions of that DK, so very nicely harassed. IG is looking for a Blink Dagger on Puck. I think he's going to get the Strength Chest first. Generally, Ferrari does that. And then gets a fairly late, like a 13-minute, 14-minute blink. But
yeah, you really need that extra HP because you're up against so much burst. And if you get Dragon Tailed, you're pretty much dead.
Yeah, he was close to dying if he didn't have that Invis, so lucky pickup for him. But all the meanwhile, I'm just checking out on Zhou. How quickly will he find his battle fear? No Quelling Blade just yet. Looks like he's going to just pick it up much, much later. And in the bot lane, the stacking, or not stacking, the
this is too much.
Ancient pulling. Yeah, I guess so. What this is actually doing is denying a ton of experience going towards Kuroki. Like, he's pulling right now, but he's not hitting 6. And he's not hitting 6 against a lane that hasn't even harassed his jungle. So I feel like Kuroki's somewhat falling behind.
I don't think Chilling Touch actually works on the neutrals, right?
It does.
It's magic damage.
It works
and
on...
their magic
Oh,
immune.
the Ancients, yeah.
The Ancients, yeah.
Yeah, maybe not. I'm not too sure.
Well, for the time being, we'll have to see. Havost is trying to push this lane in. He's only got boots, a magic stick, a magic wand, as well as Basilius. And I just have to compare this to those first 2 games. At this point in the game, he was close to a Shadow Blade. He got his Shadow Blades around the 10-11 minute mark and phase boots on Alk. We are just not going to see that level of farm. We'll see a teleport mid.
Perhaps, no, teleport bot. It's going to be a Fissure into a Kofi, and that should be it. Not too sure how they detect that TP.
Two TPs. Funnick actually TP mid at the same time.
I see.
Navi didn't have vision of it, but I guess just playing it safe. 430 was out of vision as far as I could tell. Just a good call from Dendy.
I'm not sure whether this ward sees deep enough or whether he hid behind the trees, but now 430 will rotate back. He was pinging a ward, or Chuan at least.
Well, I gotta say, Dendy is doing a magnificent job mid.
Yeah.
Like, I would definitely give a bit of an edge in that matchup to the Puck. He hasn't really had much help from Puppey, at least when I was watching. He's doing a really nice job, and ultimately, I'll trade the farm of a DK for a Puck any day. If the Puck's not getting kills, if the Puck's not setting up ganks, the Dragon Knight's just going to offer you much more. He's a better pusher. He's a tankier teamfight presence. Already an Ogre Club up for Dendy. That's their big bright spot, but still, level 6 not online for Kuroki. 8 minutes in, feeling a bit underleveled here. And I think it's a slight advantage to IG, but it really will come down to those mid-game engagements. Nobody has a significant lead right now.
Also, DK does a very good job at preventing 430 from roaming away. You can see that he TP, didn't find a gank, immediately walked back. Knew it wasn't going to be successful. Also, it's very easy for Dendy to find those kill opportunity whenever Funnick rolls around. Funnick, level 4. Oh, the sun's going to get coiled. Unfortunately, 430 is going to get blown up. It's so easy for Dendy to get kills because of that range stun.
They should have a Sentry Ward mid by now, because that's the second time that Funnick's come in. They have the gold on these supports. There's actually 1,200 gold on YYF. Sure, he's your 3 position, but even Chuan, well, he's just picked up Observers. But as soon as they have the gold, they should look to buy some sentries. Anti-Mage doesn't really need help. Zhou's not going to die top lane without 3 or 4 Navi heroes coming. Speaking of Navi heroes coming, they're coming mid. Havost says, let's fight, guys. I'm level 6, I've got phase boots. I'm pretty much a 6-slotted gyro.
But they got to be careful of the Fissure, Ancient Aberration, Ice Blast. That is a deadly
And it
combo.
was fully spotted out. Also, yeah, Ice Blast is online. And if you check the tower count for Navi, they've taken 1 outer tower. And now if they try to push, the Chen creeps, the Chen heal, the early urn, the tether additional heal, none of this will matter against a properly placed Ice Blast. IG are going to have a much easier time keeping up their towers than you normally would in a game like this.
Looks like Anti-Mage is already creep skipping, and Funnick trapped in a little bit of island on his own. He does have invisibility, can walk back. I think they're looking for a kill on Dendy. It's going to be hard to find one, but the range of these particular heroes are absolutely insane. They're expecting a ward on their mid lane, and this ward has done so much for Navi. Scoping out the teleportation out from 430, scoping out the 4-man rotation. And for IG's sake, I don't think they're really using their heroes that well. They're losing a ton of experience. You can see that.
Yeah, I agree. They're being a bit inefficient here.
Yes.
Would like to see more jungling, more stacking. You don't need to camp 4 mid. You don't really need to kill Dendy. You're farming your anti-mage freely. You just need to get levels on Chuan, get your arcane boots up, work towards the blink dagger for him, get the mech for YYF, which he's actually rushing. They'll smoke and head top now, but Navi are being quite a bit more efficient here as we approach the mid game. Puppy, already level 7. He had a slower start. He pushed bottom. He was level 2 for a good 3 minutes. But now he's caught up nicely. He'll work towards the mech. IG, they'll wrap around top, looking for a kill here. Funnick could be in trouble. Smoke will break. Now Faith knows something is up. Will pop the dust. They've spotted out Funnick. Actually, they just used the dust, but they don't know he's behind the tree line. They settle for a tier 1. Navi want to contest this. In comes Dendy. The tower isn't going to go down. He gets Dragon Tail. Chuan cannot use his nukes. Oh no. Now the tower. Zhou wants the last hit. He'll get it. A little bit slow in the reaction there was Funnick. Couldn't last hit himself, but he finds a kill, and now a relocate comes from the backside. Here comes Big Bad Havos, coil on 2. Ancient Apparition ult as well. Pop goes the Wisp. Havos low, might fall too. Oh, wow, that AA ult really turned things around, but they haven't dealt with Dendy. Funnick's on the chase. Faith running back. Do they buy back here? Nobody yet. Track, and now a stun. Faith could be dropping quickly. This will be another track kill Navi's way. Chuan respawns in the nick of time. Now Funnick in trouble. Silence. Orb. It'll bring him down. A double kill. Navi chasing and just pressing matters a bit too much. But the Ancient Apparition ult, that burst damage just destroyed the Wisp.
Yeah, the burst out. I mean, the Wisp did take down the AA. No questions asked. But oh no, it didn't. Excuse me. The Ancient Ice Blast came so fast and the damage so quickly that Wisp just like completely exploded. That might be the counter that they're looking for.
Yeah, the good news though is because the ult was down, Puppy wisely just says, okay, we'll take your tier 1 mid. So as long as they kind of fight around this ultimate or just make sure that they push towers when it's down, I still think Navi can come out and make reasonable trades. I'm concerned for them though because Zhou is looking at probably a 13-minute Battle Fury. He only needs his Void Stone, and they're a bit lacking on initiation to kill him. Sure, they've got relocate, but that's not really that great against anti-mage unless you have some super mobile carry to go with him. They desperately need a Shadow Blade on Dendy or just Funnick in the right spot. Otherwise, Zhou will just free farm, and there's not enough lockdown to actually punish that.
Puck gets seen here by a couple of smoked Navi players. He's going to be fine as he backs out with a haste rune and a blink dagger. So he did, contrary to what we both said, instead of going for the strength trade, just went straight blink. Really just get themselves a better team fight. And when you have things like Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast on your team, maybe getting that early coil as soon as possible is probably the best item choice.
Yeah, IG, I guess they're just giving up this tier 1 top. There's 5 heroes for Navi grouped up. Smoked up are the creeps, Funnick, Invis, and
They
Denny.
could Ice Blast it.
They could Ice Blast it, but Navi can just sit there and hit the tower. And this tower will drop. I think they're just trading at this point. They say, let's get our Battle Fury on Zhou. Let's not risk any fights right now. He'll have the gold for it in 7 gold. The courier waiting at the side shop. It'll be around a 13.5 minute Battle Fury, and if they can take a tier 1 mid or at least damage it a bit, it's not a bad trade for them. I think Navi come out slightly on top here, but we'll see a rotation from Funnick. And now, is he going to look to engage? Faith has dust, sentries available, 3 on his hero. Funnick giving chase. In comes Denny. They've got to know something's up now. Funnick in the tree line. He might isolate these 2. The call down comes. The fissure's there. Clips 2. YYF can't get off his ult. It was cooling down. Now it's 430 jumping in. Faith to fall. A quick double kill for Dendy. Navi striking back, taking 2 kills. IG just a bit overextended.
Yeah, great chase and great relocate. The Puck wasn't able to set up the coil. The positioning for IG was really bad. And I do believe this is the 4th track kill here for Navi. Looks like we're going to see some backstab attempt from the Puck, but really a poor angle. I do believe that tier 2 might be even going down as well. IG getting snowballed upon, and they are in big trouble.
Can't stop the push if your Ancient Apparition's dead. No Ice Blast available, and also Navi just going pure tank mode here. Mass BKBs for Havos, for Dendy as well. In comes 430 though. They've coiled, they've silenced. They want to bring Havos down. He's still
Ice
alive.
Blast.
Ancient Apparition ult, not doing a thing here, but Kuroki might get in trouble, or might be caught out rather. Zhou stun, chain stun from the Centaur and from Dendy, but now they want to kill Dendy instead. They say you saved your Wisp at the cost of your own life, Bubba. On the chase, blinking forward is 430. The orb splashed through. Zhou still jumping. No Mana Void. Stunned under the tower. Tether stunned as well. Overconfidence from Zhou. Now IG in a headlong retreat and they might give up 3 or 4 track kills here. The mech deployed. YYF still driven back, taking a lot of damage. If Dendy gets a stun, he's going to drop. He will. The tether move speed gets them in place. Another track kill. It's all coming apart at the seams, and they're going to dive Faith all the way to the base. It could be a team wipe. 4 dead. Faith in trouble. Still chasing. Still hunting. It is a team wipe for Navi after one more last hit. And this game just got blown the hell open now. Some all chat from Dendy. Need a translator for that, Lumi.
I'm not sure what he's saying, but probably I took your girlfriend might be an accurate translation, as they're now perhaps threatening their Raxus. Not just yet, they're backing off. They see the tier 2 up top. That is like the 8th track kill that IG has given away. There's a Vlad's, good for early game push. And I really think for IG's sake, they need just to slow down and calm down.
Yeah,
Too much balls to the wall this game.
Yeah, Navi are the ones with the balls. They've got the wisp.
Yeah.
IG don't. They need to play like it. Defensively, defend the towers, use Fissure, use the Ancient Apparition ult, set up a nice coil, stall Navi while Zhou split pushes. That's what your lineup is built to do. It's a very strong defensive lineup. It's not a good chasing lineup. Sure, Puck can chase, but you have all these clunky heroes like Earthshaker, Ancient Apparition, Shadow Demon. It's a defensively oriented lineup, and they're trying to play it like the draft they had last game. A lineup that can just be aggressive around the map once they get an early mech, and Navi are punishing them. And they're punishing them with track kills. So now we look at 8k gold lead for Navi, a 7.5k experience lead, all the outer towers down except for 2 tier 2s, but it feels like Navi wins one more fight, they'll probably take those as well.
But is IG out of it yet? Are they going to lose
Not
that one more fight?
100%. Not 100%, but it's just so hard not to get caught now, because Dragon Knight's about to get a Shadow Blade, the BKBs are coming soon, and Navi can just get super aggressive. I don't actually know if IG can defend this tower. I think they should just give it up. Only 4 heroes here. If anyone gets caught, this could snowball really quickly.
Ooh, deny here attempt. Not going to fly through here for 30. He has a Blink Dagger back out. He is fine. Now, there is a BKB and a double damage rune on Dragon Knight, and if Dendy activates it correctly, he is going to be the most invulnerable beast. So, still split pushing and farming on the bot lane. You got to get a Vid booster now. Don't get greedy, or maybe just a straight up Vlad's. Get something that makes him tankier. Vlad's my favorite choice here because it gets his team a little bit tankier as well.
Yeah, I guess the one issue with Vlad's, though, is he'll be sitting at sub 1,000 HP, so
yep.
Sure, you've got a little extra physical resistance.
It's mostly physical damage coming out from Navi, so it's...
He's still gonna be very squishy, but we'll see what he goes for. I think the main thing to point out here is that they had a window where Navi
mid lane here, Blink Coil against Havosi does not have BKB just yet. The Ice Blast fly in there, and there's no relocate back out. Kuroki
he
makes
used
it back
just
home,
a bit too late. Puppy's on the hunt. He's got 2 creeps leading the way. He's auto-attacking Faith. Now a defensive Ice Vortex deployed. They'll get out. But Lumi, there was this big window where Zhou should have been able to farm for like 10 minutes, and just there was no way to gank him. There was no Shadow Blade on Dragon Knight. All of a sudden, Dendy is a mere 400 gold away. The translation for what Dendy said is "come kill me."
Lifestyle Wolf.
Thank you, Bruno.
Bruno, the better Asian in the BTS house. What is Benwu doing? Playing Puzzles and Dragons. One thing I do want to point out is that remember you mentioned
shots fired.
You mentioned last game is that Burning and Sylar would have been farming.
Yeah.
Zhou joined the fight, lost the fight.
This is cheeky.
Vlad's quelling blade. Let's go.
Yeah, you mentioned it for helping his team, but the big trick here is you can take Roshan. Unfortunately, Zhou's getting bashed a lot.
He doesn't get very much bashed by Roshan.
I don't know. He's getting bashed a bit too much. He'll need someone else to tank this. Actually, the mech from the high ground, that should help him. It is taking a while. Oh, this would be big, because if he gets this...
Oh, no. Puppy scouts it out.
Wow, Puppy.
Awareness.
So prepared.
Yeah. He's actually one of the best professional players, always sending in things. Like Trian's asking his teammates. Or
just a parade of obnoxious neutrals. And now the Shadow Blade's up for Dendy. So now this anti-mage split pushing is not nearly as safe. If Zhou gets Dragon Tailed and then there's a relocate gank, he's almost certainly dead.
Yep. So Zhou kind of going back in, instead of farming the lanes, he's farming the neutrals, which is harder for him to find. And of course, he is still, like you said, sub 1,000 HP. What is the next item? Ultimate Orb? Yasha? Vid Booster? Seems like...
It's like you said, I think he really does need to tank up. So a Vid Booster or maybe the Ultimate Orb first. I think Yasha this game, you're just going to get stunned once and die.
Well, looks like Navi says, we'll take the Roshan. Thank you for bringing down low. Anti-Mage does have 3 teleport scroll on him, so he's getting ready to TP back to the tier 2. But is it going to be enough? Here comes the puck.
Too early.
Orb things to...
There's a fissure here. There is a Blink Dagger.
Ice Blast. Where's the
we
Ice
might
Blast?
see an initiation. No Ice Blast yet. They want this Roche to be really low before they go. In comes Faith trying to scout things out. He'll give up a track killer. They're going to jump. 430's waiting. He summons his inner Dendy. He jumps in, but the Aegis goes to a boast. Immediately gets popped. Now we'll come back. 430 out of phase shift and into trouble. He'll take a spill. couldn't snipe the Aegis. Too quick on the trigger there was Savos. Grabs the Aegis, bails his team out a bit. The good news, though, is, well, look at Joe. He's taken the tier 2 top. He's up to 1,700 gold. He'll force Navi back. And they did pop the Aegis immediately, so I don't think it's that bad for them. But we'll look for a relocate. Joe could be in trouble. He's not respecting the coil or the tether, perhaps. In comes Shadowblade Dendi. They do see Joe. He's got to blink somewhere where they can't stun him. Can he find the distance? No, he gets stunned through the tree line. The dragon flies, finds him. And Dendi will pick up a desperately needed kill. Not respecting track there.
Yeah, he had the cooldown.
Or relocate and track, I should say.
Yeah, he had the cooldown to blink. He was just a second out of there, but just too slow. Dendi, double damage again. It's going to be going on tier 2. That Ice Blast, it was like Xiaowei's RP, if you know what I'm saying.
Uh-oh, and this could be trouble as well. 430 trying to scout things out. He'll blink to the left and then orb to the north. And it looks like he might get away, but Funnick on the hunt. He's got a Vlad, so he'll track 430. And now... well, now IG might not be able to leave their base. 430 is going to get caught out a bit here. He needs to test the faith. Dendi marching forward, gets purged. Nice defensive play from IG. And they will retreat safely. Their anti-mage will respawn soon. But again, Lumi, I don't think he can actually split push that easily now because of the Dragon Tail and because of the relocate. Without it, I think he'd be okay. But with the Shadow Blade, it's just too easy to track him down.
Well, IG does have a ton of defensive spell. It's going to come in the form of Fissure, things like Ice Blast, as well as a whole bunch of Poison Spam. IG Zoe is going to be farming in mid lane. Ice Blast comes on top. They want Hovos. They do get Hovos, but Zoe in big trouble. Defensive Disrupt comes in as well. And now they do hold here. Or will they Centaur Stomp off the Disrupt?
Oh.
My god. Echo Slam gets dropped as well. BKB, the hero coming in from Chen. And Dendi's going to work. Chuan's going to drop down as well. And I think Navi will hold here.
Buyback from Joey. Rejoins the fight. He wants to get something accomplished. Kenny, he kills off the Chen. He wants more. Kuroki on the run, has a relocate out if necessary. He will go down. By the way, Kuroki has a friggin' BKB. Well, that's track gold for you. Dendi, well, he's on the run. It looks like he will be able to live. Habostas rejoin the fight. He bought back as well. Everybody and their freaking mother buying back this game. Chuan on the run, tracked up. Now Zhou in a lot of trouble. No Mantis down, no real way to fight. The Fissure comes through. Another track kill to Navi. And now a relocate as well. Zhou's heading north. Now he's got to head. He's got to head back somehow. Can he blink into the trees and escape? He's tracked. He eats his way through. No TP. Quelling Blade's there. They found him. They've isolated him. Zhou is going to go down yet again right after the buyback. And now look at Dendi. Dendi, 5-0-8. Last game, he got thrashed. Maybe a little bit peeved about that. And he's talking a little all chat smack earlier. Well, he ain't getting thrashed now. He's the one delivering the pain.
Man. DK mid OP. Where's Bruno? That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Dendi played that really well.
Yeah,
I mean, Puck isn't the best hero to punish a DK mid, but I think 430 could have won his lane a bit harder, but still, I think it's much more just the mid-game execution has been there for Navi and IG, just playing too aggressively with a very defensively oriented lineup, giving away a lot of track kills, which give away a quick Shadow Blade to the DK, which give away a level 2 track for Funnick, now 13. I think if they had played this a bit safer, they wouldn't have found themselves in this predicament, where they now trail by 14k gold, 10k experience. Like you mentioned, if it's Burning, if it's Sylar, maybe they just sit back and farm and turtle, but it's IG. These guys always want to fight, and here it's costing them.
Well, I think right now you stay back and keep farming. Get an Ogre Club on Zoe. Go work towards that BKB. It is the ultra defensive build, but it's a build that helps you fight right now. It's a build that helps you survive against those ganks. And he's farming away, but these creeps... they're very, very risky to take.
The one issue is they lack physical damage. So if he goes BKB, you look at IG's lineup here, they have 0 physical damage outside of Zhou. Sure, you've got this Vlads. It gives you a slight damage boost, but even Mana Burn's going to be blocked by the BKBs. So Navi having, what is it, triple BKB
4
now?
BKBs.
Yeah.
Funnick's working towards one. He doesn't have it just yet.
Quad BKBs against an anti-mage with a BKB, a Battle Fury and a Vlads. I don't think he can actually kill anyone during that BKB.
Really the biggest damage output right now for IG is that Ice Blast with the Echo Slam on top, as well as all of Puck's damage. Quad BKB means Puck doesn't do a single damn thing, and the rest of the IG doesn't do a damn thing. So, I mean, Anti-Mage does need damage, I agree, but I don't know where he's going to find that damage.
Yeah, I think you've just got to kind of chance it, go for the Mantis style here, and hope that you don't get caught, because otherwise, Navi, they're coming for your base. They want to take your children too, and now they'll breach the high ground in the bottom lane. The tier 3 starting to take a bit of chip damage. Dendi in the front lines. Reaver up on this tanky Dragon Knight. Tracks fly out onto Zhou. IG clustered defensively behind their tower. They must stand now, else they will fall and be 3rd place in the Alienware Cup. They've initiated. They've gone in on Zhou. BKB from Dendi. He Dragon Tails to start a nice defensive disruption from Faith. Buys him some time. He'll get out safely. Havos BKBs as well. He just wants to be a part of the party. Kuroki too. Triple BKB, 0 kills secured. Navi still trying to push this one. They purge up Havos, relocate, and the send back are always available. Navi's still looking to fight. They decide they don't need the BKBs. They'll continue chipping away at this tower.
They do need the BKB though. Now Fissure and Ice Blast is a way to actually go for a single target pickoff. Mech and Hand of God is not going to be useful. They do actually focus on Dendy. Hand of God being used immediately for Dirty. Focus back here. Dendy looking for the stun. Nice face shift here. Where's the Ice Blast? He's still holding on to it.
Gotta go soon. There's no glyph. Track comes out again. Blinking backwards is actually to farm the mid lane is Joe. Joe's bottom tier 3 will fall. He'll clear up the creep wave here. He's tracked up. He picks up the Blade of Alacrity, desperately trying to farm towards the Yasha. Spending every bit of gold now, not bothering to save for buyback. Buyback cooling down on everybody. Only Chen, only Puppy's got it, which won't really matter since he doesn't have Hand of God. It is cooling down. And Navi will be stymied. They will not be able to breach the base. I think the big thing there is just got a little bit hasty with the BKB. So they will have to back off, but still, if they wait for the next Roche and then they go, it's still going to be hard for IG to defend.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if you want to wait for the next Roche. They are ahead by quite a bit. They have all the momentum, but you don't want to give away any type of farming time to Anti-Mage, who is going to go for the kind of more the greedy build like you suggested. Roshan is back fairly soon. They're trying to set up a gank here against Anti-Mage. He blinks to the north, and we'll be safe for now.
Joe has the money for a Yasha if he wants to buy it, but it looks like he'll save for a buyback since he's getting close. Navi, they'll rotate into the enemy jungle. Funnick leading the way.
They should see him.
He's currently invis. He'll blink maybe to the left. Oh, he's almost running back. He gets tracked and now marches forward. They want to fight. They actually will spot out Funnick. He's under sentry. I think he just ran south of it. Now the orb back. IG wisely will not try to take a fight outside of their base. If they lose that fight, they probably lose this game because that's at least 1, if not 2 lanes of racks. Remember, the bottom racks for IG on the dire side is currently exposed. Navi, they have their BKB cooldowns. You said they should try and end it now. They're going for those items. Sanj and Yasha up on Havos, the early Reaver for Dendy. Now level 16, a big bad Frost Dragon. And I think they're just going to march down this bottom lane and try to end it with this push. Here we go.
They have BKB available, focusing on Faith. Faith's going to be dead for sure. Just leave him go home. Havos pops his BKB as well. Self-disrupt just to delay those BKB. Once those BKBs are down, they could take a fight. But for now, the Raxes are going down. And, well, there is going to be the first Rax. Tracks are up, and it's going to be hard taking a fight when they see exactly where your positioning is. Navi will take the bot Rax, both of them.
Inching closer and closer to taking game 4. If they do that, they win this best of 5, 3-1. They'll move on. Alliance, they came to China in the G1 League Season 5. At the LAN Finals, they came, they saw, and they conquered. Navi has not gone undefeated throughout this tournament. In fact, they were 1-7 in the group stages, but when push comes to shove, it seems they have all the answers for IG here. They've taken 1 lane of Rax. They want the mid Rax as well. IG desperately have to defend. If they lose this Rax, that's almost certainly game. And if they lose this game, they're out of the tournament. They'll finish 3rd place. It's been a valiant effort from IG, but does the road end here? Navi, a massive roadblock for them. Barreling down the middle lane. Heart of Taras now up on Dendy. Pure tank mode. All the items to win the game now for Navi. Roche number 2 coming soon. And it seems this close to a victory. They'll play it a bit safe and wait for that Roche.
Yeah, this is going to be the deciding fight, the Roshan one. If IG could force some early BKB, survive long enough where an Ice Blast and Echo Slam could kind of finish off things, then they have a shot. But there's IG is just, they lack damage, they're not tanky enough, and they don't have good initiation because Navi, with things like track, with things like relocate, they have a better initiation as well. Or maybe not, they're going to try to fight this or at least force out a BKB. Kuroki pops a BKB, will tether away to his ally. And this is what I mean, that when you have good allies to play with, you don't die.
There's no Dream Coil now, but Roche isn't up just yet. I believe the Dream Coil should cool down in time. IG goes for a pick off there. They don't get one, not the end of the world. But now Navi are confident. They know without a Dream Coil, there's no way that IG will fight. Joe doing the correct thing, pushing the top lane, trying to draw a TP back. But Navi say, screw the Roche. We might just barrel down mid and end this game. You don't have Dream Coil. You don't have your biggest team fight spell. And here they go. Havost leading the charge. Hasted. And on the hunt. He wants this tower. There's no glyph. Havos breaches the high ground. Starts to chip away. Flat cannon available. He'll get purged. He hasn't used the flat cannon yet. In comes the missile. A blink. A silence. He does force out a BKB. Nicely played by 430. This puck buying a bit of time. The fissure came. It doesn't really do a whole lot. Now Havos doesn't care. Dendy on the sidelines. Now working on the 2nd lane of Rax. While this is happening, Joe is pushing top lane, trying to breach that lane and draw Navi back. Navi say, we're taking your 2nd Rax. In they go. Call down connects on 3. Huge call down from Havos, but for the time being, no full engagement. Now we have it. Dendy, he's found Faith. He'll bring down the Shadow Demon. Melee and range racks fall simultaneously. Zhou trying to base race his way out, and Navi say, we're going to win that one, Zhou. You can't keep up with us. They'll head straight towards top. The Vlad's online. Drum charges available. Would like to see Funnick pop those, but it doesn't really matter. And the tracks fly forth. IG, no way to get into this fight. They've got to fight soon. The Dragons continuing to work on the Roshan. In comes another orb. Zhou has finally walked back.
He has no TP. TP got canceled for whatever reason. He's now walking back, but towers are still being defended. 430 in big trouble. The Flame Graph is going on him down to a quarter HP. Zoe is back. He's trying to man fight against Dendy. The two Raxes are being sieged right now. They gotta defend this one. This is the last thing
in trouble.
alive.
He's tether stunned. He might go down here. Taking a lot of damage. Havos BKB online again. This could be 3 lanes of Rex. This should be it for IG. They're going to give up another track kill, and Navi are going to the grand finals of the Alienware Cup. IG fight on. They GG out at long last. Navi have done it. They went 1-7 in the group stage. Chuan and a very dissatisfied Echo Slam there, I feel. It won't matter. 1-7 in the group stage, still going to the grand finals. There will be no advantage in that series. It'll be a full best of 5. Kicking off tomorrow, LGD China versus Navi, the rematch.
Good try here by IG using a different kind of strat, picking Ancient Apparition, really creative usage with Earthshaker.
They will not be facing DK. They will be facing LGD China.
So that's a typo here.
K-Poptosis, his first mistake in I don't even know how long.
Well, when you're picking stats, who's actually gonna say, hey, no, it's not 64, 63%.
Yeah, Statsman normally gets to correct people.
Yeah.
This feels good. We get to correct him.
All right, but I want to just commend AG for their deep run of the tournament. They weren't looking well in the beginning, but really creative use of heroes. I really think what they lost on was giving away way too many track kills to Funnick. They did not do a good job.
They should have just turtled.
Yeah, they should have. They had, what, a 14-minute Battle Fury?
And Navi had just no way to catch the anti-bait. Sure, they've relocated. You see relocate coming, you just blink.
Well,
there's no Shadow Blade on the Dragon.
We saw multiple times that it was multiple ways of attack. We relocate on one side with a Dandy Invisible Dragon on another, and then just chase him down. So
that's very true, but if you just blink into the trees and immediately
he was tracked up. Remember, he blinked in the tree many times.
No, but he didn't blink in. He blinked somewhere where they can still get to him. If you blink somewhere where he can't get in range, the Dragon tail you. And also, Dendy had a Shadow Blade at that point, which allowed him to get in range in time. So I feel like if they just turtled and Zhou just split pushed and they played it more like LGD China, more like DK would have, I think they could have taken this game.
You asked me what they need to do. I say, be aggressive. They overshoot it a bit, and I think against a Funnick Bounty Hunter against the Wisp with a BKB, it's...
You see the power of that. The Wisp, the Bounty Hunter, sure you lose the lanes, doesn't matter. Too many track kills. Yep. With that being said, Bruno Merlini, Navi move on.
Did we call it, or did we not call it?
Pretty impressive play by Navi there. I like the creativity by IG with the AA pick, but it didn't really work out for them. But I really like the creativity from Navi as well. We saw Puppy, again, really flexible with his Shen, trying to mess with the Ancient stack very early, and then Wisp going BKB because he knows that AA and they have just way too much magic damage. And then Chen using Hand of God early before the Ice Blast hits. I think they just adapted to the AA pick. Even though it's a strange pick, they still played around it very, very well. And the Earthshaker Ancient block.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Navi proved once again that they're one of the best Wisp teams in the world.
Yep.
And also the Bounty Hunter was crucial. I always like when you get both those heroes, especially if you're going to play it aggressively, if you're going to play 9 kills in 45 minutes. But the amount of rotation, all you have to do is have the Bounty Hunter run around. When he finds a target, UTP, teleport in there, get the kill, get the track gold. The Wisp gets a lot. Otherwise, the Wisp would have never gotten a BKB. There's no way to farm that. Dragon Knight mid against Puck. I think Puck should have punished harder. It's true. It's not as easy as a Queen of Pain to just get the Dragon Knight out of zone. But Dendy was getting the first 2 or 3 waves, getting pretty much every CS. Puck was not getting everything, so Dendy was able to, even though he didn't have the best of stellar farms, he took quite a while to build his items. He got to them without much trouble, and one of the things that DK does well, which is applying pressure to that middle tier 1 tower. When Puck wanted to rotate top to help the Earthshaker, the AA, Dendy was chipping into that tower. It all snowballed, Havos got big, and that's history. So 3-1 Navi. IG gets $7,000.
Pretty good run.
What would you buy with $7,000? I just, out of my head, you can buy 5 like very, very good laptops.
Well, I won't say
what
Kuroki said at the TI3 Western qualifiers. I think I told you guys the story about that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. 7,000 just for myself or split 5 ways?
No, well, just let's say just for yourself, because
An Alienware laptop, right?
well, that's a lot. Like really, really like 25 inches Alienware laptop. $7,000 is a little bit too much. You can buy a car,
Sure.
maybe.
A car, $1,600, maybe like
No. It was 7,000.
Oh, 7,000.
Yeah,
That's a crummy car.
it's a crummy car.
Pay multiple installment with your MasterCard, so
Right.
so
So it should be fine.
What would you buy, Bruno? Many fancy clothes and suits?
Yeah, absolutely. I would go to a shopping store and go crazy. Oh, crazy. I'll probably buy a PS4 as well.
Oh, nice. You
Okay.
can show off all your swag at TI3.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Your pimp suit.
I would buy for you as well.
Oh.
We'll come together and
Oh,
like, team brothers. Like,
this is a preview of what's to come.
oh, this is just the beginning. Just the beginning. Watch
wait,
out.
Bruno, you just follow me on Twitter?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
he said something funny, so I was like, I'm gonna follow this guy.
You should unfollow him. And
I thought
rage.
I'm gonna follow you right now. I thought we go way back.
Bam.
God damn it.
Man, I'm so sad.
Rage unfollow.
I'm gonna play
right
my
there.
dragons now.
Yeah, go back to your puzzles and dragons.
Yeah,
it's all you're
anyways,
good for anyway.
$7,000 for IG, Navi, at least 12,000. Possibility to get the first prize, which is $25,000.
Mhm.
That's $5,000 for each of the players. But they have to beat LGD China, the only team was able to beat them during the playoff stage.
Yeah, I mean, Navi, I thought they should have won the 2 games that they lost, actually. Like the Shadow Fiend game, they had such a big lead, but just weren't able to press it. They didn't have any solution to the double RP Magnus. I think that they came into this match way prepared, and they played they were very adaptive and flexible, and that's exactly what you need for LGD China. I think I like the picks from them. LGD's a little bit more predictable when it comes to their picks. I don't think they're going to pick Tree, for example,
Right.
or run with some crazy stuff, Wisp.
Yeah. But they will try probably the thing that actually worked in the the anti-mage pick that we saw in game 3. Of course, there was also the Tree and AOD, which they will not pick.
Resurgence at Bounty Hunter, though.
But yeah, that would be interesting as well. I don't know. Like
I
feel-
wouldn't say they are not creative. Remember game 1 that they just completely lost easily when they went for this Wombo combo thing? Was it the
that was not
that was not
LGD. I
Well,
don't think
what's
so.
that DK? I think
the DK?
I think
That was
DK.
DK.
Okay.
Yeah.
DK
Well,
versus IG.
LGD
Take
is
that back. They are not creative.
pretty predictable.
Okay.
They're good at what they do, though.
They're
Yeah,
very
they,
good at what
they
do.
have. The only thing that kind of varies up is when Yao and Xiaowei switches off from mid and off lane, but that's pretty much it.
And you usually can tell who it's going to be from the heroes.
Right, right.
Like if it's a Bat Rider, it's almost certainly a Xiao 8 mid bat, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So going back to that will be tomorrow's match. It starts at a crazy time. It's like the same time it started today, because I can't mention all the time zones. But most interestingly, that's not the only thing that we will have tomorrow. Always
Oh, yeah.
always something better.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
So
What?
in between the games, maybe I'm sure that I think it'll be in between the or maybe after the games. I don't
Halftime
know.
show?
Halftime show, yeah, like Super Bowl style.
You can dress up in a cheerleader outfit and do some
Yeah.
some dance.
We'll have Eminem rapping live.
Oh, he's a halftime show?
You're in a halftime
Yeah,
show.
we're fucked. I'm just
For
saying.
those who don't know, Lumi lost a bet. He's got a rap for y'all.
Yep.
He's working on it.
Eminem
I know one
loses-
line of the lyrics so far.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read. I have about 24 hours.
It's just one more reason to tune in tomorrow.
yeah.
He'll only rap like the first, until
First
the
minute is the bet.
Yeah, the first minute. That is pretty much until the chorus and just it's done. But we'll be applying some moral support as well. Maybe.
I'll
How
be
good are you at
laughing.
beatboxing?
Awful.
Okay. Like,
What about James? Can he beatbox?
yeah, probably. He can do everything.
He can be the dancers. We need dancers.
We need dancers.
Blitz
Howdy.
says he'll dance.
We need a
for
Yes
my rap.
Tidehunter girls.
Yes, Tidehunter girls? Oh my god.
Blitz
that's
has
so-
already provided enough distractions to last us a lifetime.
So
I
I'm
refer
looking
you
forward-
to
That was
his-
off stream though.
I refer you to the Hotbit incident. Happened right there. I'm still scarred for life. Right there.
right there.
The Hotbit incident.
You're just replaying in your mind over and over
I'm
again.
trying
aren't
not
you?
to, but yeah. How can you not?
I see
Jesus.
a smile on your face right now.
In any case, days over, Alienware Cup, final days. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you guys enjoyed all the 13 days so far. And I hope you enjoy the 14th day, which means that we'll probably have very exciting games, very not one-sided. No one wants to see a 3-0 stomp final, even if it's your favorite team. You don't want to see a 15-minute game. You want to see well, you don't want to see 70-minute games.
75?
But yeah, it's like 35, 40, very even games.
Bounty Hunter games.
Bounty
more
Hunter
kills.
games.
No LGD China Bounty Hunter.
No, those. The real ones. And of course, follow Alienware Cup on Facebook /Alienware Cup, Twitter /Alienware Cup, alienwarecup.com, mastercard.com, go and whatever.
I don't like
Follow
your tone
Merlini,
for when you're promoting the
Well, it's,
tournament.
I don't like promoting. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it doesn't feel natural to me.
It feels very natural to me. Give us all your dollars. Buy the tickets. Facebook, twitter.com/AlienwareCup. Like it. Follow it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/AlienwareCup.
What he said.
You'll eat your soup and you'll enjoy it too. Of course, though, there is a
Damn.
giveaway for some Dota TV passes. There's 50 being given away. You'll find instructions and details for that at
There's still
twitter.com/AlienwareCup.
DPM. Do you still have tickets? How many tickets do you have left?
I'm selecting the final 3 and waiting for people to accept. So
Okay, so final 3
3 more to
guys.
go.
Oh my god, 3 tickets are going.
Better
You have
hurry
to write an
up.
essay to get it though.
Yeah.
Get it while it's hot. Got to get that value.
140 characters essay. But yeah, and follow Merlini Dota.
Statsman Bruno.
Follow lddota. Follow Luminous Inverse. I did.
You did. Thank
I-
you.
I just
wow.
did. So
I'm so honored.
the more reason.
And of course,
to-
follow Statsman Bruno.
yeah, that guy is funny.
Yeah, he's pretty clever.
And also follow Chigil, which is not here anymore. But
No,
he
don't
will-
follow Too Good.
Don't follow. Well, follow him
just-
tomorrow.
He's
because-
playing hooky today.
Yeah. And
Tuga says, "Hey guys,
I
Luminous
follow
left me."
dpmlicious as well.
He drove
I follow
off
Kawa
without us.
Dota.
So actually, yeah, it's that there's a story behind why Too Good isn't here tonight.
Right.
Please.
Should we
please
share
do
it with the
enlighten us.
stream?
Yeah,
time?
let's go. Let's go.
Story time, please.
So James messages me. I guess it was about 2 hours before the broadcast was scheduled to begin, and he says, "Oh hey LD, they left without me. I thought they were going to leave at 12:30. They didn't. Sorry, I'm not going to make it tonight. I figure I should probably get some sleep, be well rested. I'll host for the grand finals tomorrow." I said, "Oh, sucks they left without you. Sorry, James. I could send them back if you want." He said, "No, it's okay. I'll just rest tonight." What he forgot to mention is that he was having a friend over.
He was having a friend over. They were playing.
There might have been some loud grunting noises involved. The door might have been locked.
Were they playing indoor football?
They were adult wrestling, I think is what it's
Yeah.
called.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just playing Puzzles and Dragons together. Okay.
Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch as far as euphemisms go.
I
Alright.
recall someone mentioning a mouth-based video game.
A mouth-based video game?
Yeah, it's kind of like a new thing. You know, with the Oculus Rift, you have now all these new ways of interacting.
Ugh.
I don't know how that goes. There's a joystick involved as well, probably.
Merlini's accepting of this. He's like, eh.
That's
Now
a new-
you've got him.
That's a new way to describe it.
There's always new ways to describe it.
But James will be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
He'll be hosting the grand finals, so we're excited to have him back.
Maybe. What if his?
Yeah.
He'll be here tomorrow. We'll drag his corpse, his lifeless corpse here kicking and screaming if
will
it comes
not
to that.
leave without
We'll
him.
prop him up.
Yeah.
James will be here one way or the other. That's for sure. But I think on that note, we can wrap up the broadcast for tonight, unless you have anything
No,
you
I'm,
want to share.
I'm happy Navi won.
Yeah.
I'm personally happy.
I couldn't tell.
No, you
I thought maybe you weren't a big fan.
like, you know, it's. I mean, I'm okay. It's. To be honest, it's like you get to know these guys personally, and I haven't had the chance to properly know the IG guys. If I knew them better, I'd probably just root for them or whatever. But yeah, I mean, you root for friends, the guys that you know. So I'm excited. I'm also excited because if Navi wins, the story coming into TI3 is very interesting, right? There are only 2 tournaments where there was a Western team and lots of Eastern teams were dominated by the Western teams. In the case of Alliance in the G1 League, and Alienware Cup would be Navi if they get to win everything. So the dynamics will be completely different. It will be all the eyes on the Chinese scene if they can actually recover their spot, if they can actually show that they can outplay their opponents, because as it seems right now, they will not be able to outdraft them. They have a very limited pool of heroes. They're very content playing with that. And if you just can't play Spirit Cow, Spirit Breaker, Space Cow, how are you going to beat TI3? I don't know.
All right, guys. On that note, that will conclude today's broadcast. We'll start the rebroadcast immediately after this for those who missed today's games. But the storyline coming out today is Navi are going to the grand finals of the Alienware Cup. They'll be rematching against LGD China in a best of 5. It'll all kick off tomorrow at 19 SGT. There will be no winner's bracket advantage. It will be a clean 5-game series, hopefully. Hopefully it goes 5 games. Thank you all for joining us today. Facebook, twitter.com/AlienwareCup. Of course, there's also youtube.com/alienwarecup. You can find the VODs there and alienwarecup.com. This tournament brought to you by MasterCard as well as Alienware, as you can see behind me. And from LD, Luminous, Merlini, and Bruno, and all the rest of us here at the Beyond the Summit studio, we're signing off. Have a great night.